Clothes Closet.
Did you forget who you were for a minute?
Yeah, I was thrown off.
I did that the other day. It's okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard, but I had a beautiful, beautiful intro to get it started.
Beautiful intro. That won't make it past the pre-record side.
I think it's character, and I hope it better, because I really thought that was special.
It was special, buddy. I liked it. So anyways, if you guys are new or newish, this is your first time listening to this podcast. This is the Community Cares Podcast. I'm Dave. I'm the executive director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, and I have the great honor, and when I say honor, I really love being a part of this organization, being the board president for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And I just want to start off with a really big thank you, because we have amazing things happening, and it's all because of you guys supporting us and sharing our podcasts and just being there for us. And I did want to give a shout out to my beautiful daughter, Lily. She's, oh my goodness, it makes me feel so old to say this. She is turned 12 today, which I'm so proud of the young lady she is. Beautiful inside and out. So happy birthday, sweetie. Know that I love you. I'm super proud of you. And thank you for making me feel so old with so many gray hairs.
So it's you and me again, sir.
It is. I kind of like episodes like that.
Yeah, we don't do a lot like that. Originally, when we started the show, that was the original intention, was to have majority you and me.
Yeah.
And then once a month, we'd have a guest. But then we kept having so many guests sign up to be a part of the show.
Which is awesome, because there's, I honestly have learned something new almost every episode.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many great resources out there that you just don't realize, right? And even when we work in the fields that we do, it's and that's why it's so important to have that kind of community and conversation.
Yeah, no, so we will miss you today, Caesar from the Libre Initiative. We just did a great event with them. If you're online, if you're looking at this, feel free to, after the episode, go check out the pictures from the event. It was a really cool event with the Libre Initiative.
I had never heard of the Libre Initiative until you had shared it with me before the event, but I will say, I just want to give them a shout out. What an amazing event.
It was cool.
It was just so exciting to see just a little bit of relief. They were paying for half the gas, right? So you could fill up your tank and only pay half. And that little bit of extra support makes a huge difference right now. Dude,
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was cool. So we'll miss you, but we'll definitely reschedule. We know things happen all the time. Those things happen.
They do. And actually, it kind of worked out for the best, because we have a really huge announcement for a different organization that we partner with here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. But we'll save that for after the events, and we can kind of dive right in.
Yeah, so if you're
dive right in.
If you're new or newish to the podcast, the Community Cares Podcast is a weekly podcast where we talk about at least 3 events, sometimes even more than that, every single week, and just try to share what's happening in the community. The reason we do that is we really want to encourage you, the listener, the viewer, to be a part of what we're doing in the community, not only what we're doing, but also what everyone else is doing. I mean, it is insane, all the different things that happen in this community all the time.
I know, and people, we always joke about, but seriously, people always say, oh, there's nothing to do. We have so many great events in the Reno Sparks area, so I love highlighting those. And I don't know if you guys saw, but we have a new series called Vintage Series, black and white, kind of original style, but we're going to be releasing more swag. All kinds of stuff at our 7-Eleven event, which I'm sure is on there.
Should I grab some of the other items to show them?
No way, that's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
They gotta go.
Got it.
I mean, how exciting!
We got a lot of cool merch coming for the event. You can only purchase Good Shepherd merch at an event, so please be a part of our fundraisers and support. Without you guys supporting, we don't exist.
And it's not just Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet giving clothes, right? I mean, we always talk about it's clothing them not only in clothing, but with hope and dignity. And honestly, like, I love being a part of this organization because it's like a movement. It's a lifestyle. Like, there's something really cool about what Good Shepherd's does. Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, what we do is we really unite the community and bring people together.
Well, that's what it's all about. Like, that's what the show's about, is bringing the community together. And I love, the other day I was just scrolling through all 43 episodes.
It's 43 episodes we've been doing this?
And I was looking through, I was like, Wow, we've had a lot of great conversations, and that's the goal right there, is those great conversations in the community. It's not our goal isn't to be like, oh, okay, look at all the prestigious people we have, or oh, look at all the great things we do. It's about how can we come together in the community. That's the goal, right?
Absolutely. And I always not judge, but seriously, when I analyze Christopher Dare, our buddy, our councilman Dare, he said something really impactful about, it's easy to get busy, but is it meaningful? And how do you decipher what's meaningful and actually making a difference? Where do you invest your time? Because you can't do everything.
No.
When I look at the fruit at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, though, and the people and the families out there on the floor right now or walking through those doors.
Right now.
And the fruit of what's come from like the podcast, Community Cares podcast, special relationships and different events, and man, it's bearing a lot of fruit.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to see what's happening through this. I mean, dude, it's you and me talking for like half an hour.
I know, crazy.
And most of the time, 40 minutes, honestly.
Yeah.
But
or 55, like Councilman Abbott always trying to push the longer.
We got to have him back. He was fun. He was fun to have on. It was
fun. Yeah.
All right, so let's dive into the events. Again, you can listen to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all over the place. You just type in Community Cares Podcast. We're the first thing that pops up, and definitely check it out. Make sure that you are looking for us everywhere. Hey, guess what? You could drive and listen to upcoming events in your community. You could do all sorts of things. So, and you could work out, and you could ride a bicycle. You could. What do you do, Chaz, when you listen to podcasts? I work out.
Just kidding. I don't. I need to.
I work out a little. I need to more. But the whole idea is we want to make sure this is available everywhere. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook, and that's where you can get it in video form. On Facebook, we are always live. So if you're one of those listeners that listen on the audio version,
then you get a thumbs up.
You get a auditory thumbs up. And it was, it's a lot of fun. We had a fun day a few days ago on Friday. We went and saw Switchfoot. That was pretty fun. I just got a text about it.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. Switchfoot has always been one of my favorite bands. I had no idea that was your favorite band.
That is my favorite band.
It held such meaning for my teenagehood or childhood. It really helped me get through some hard times.
Wow.
And I was so... To be able to take Lily, thank you. Shout out to your mom. Thank you, Mama McLaughlin. Thank you so much.
Music is so powerful and can evoke so many emotions. I've been a musician my entire life, and it is just, there's something amazing about the memories and the feeling and the emotion that's communicated musically. So definitely something to always think about.
And I love their song, and it'll go right into our cheesy catchphrase, but it's so true. And it's, are you who you want to be? And who I want to be is someone who is the change, right? We want to be the change that you want to see in the world. And I think that's why there's so much joy and happiness in giving back. And so, get involved, even if it's not Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, though we do need volunteers, shameless plug, for sorting clothes. And we're going to launch every 2 weeks a sorting party on Saturdays that you can just come in, because a lot of people work during the week, and give back and sort clothes. Unfortunately, the need is rising, but fortunately, the community is answering the call and donating clothes, but we do need some extra help sorting.
Yeah, no, we definitely need help sorting. So please jump in and be a part of what we're doing. All right, so let's dive into the next segment. This is our events that are coming up.
Dive into the next segment. Every time you say that.
Nika like goes to her stomach because the baby's like forming in the stomach right now.
Yeah.
And she's all like, she sings "Dare You to Move" to it.
That's awesome.
Dare
you to move.
Well, the first line is "Welcome to the planet, welcome to existence."
That's true. I dare you to move.
Terrible.
Be a volunteer at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
The first event we want to highlight is with our partners at Molina, and I'll be there on Saturday. So come on down and be a part of it. If you need diapers in the community, the Diaper Bank with Molina Healthcare will be at the Intertribal Council of NV of Nevada at 9100 0 Roberta Lane, Sparks, Nevada, and that will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on this Saturday, June 15th.
So is this just for individuals and families on the reservation, or is this actually anybody can join this?
I believe it's a public event. So
shout out to Andrea Pelto. I know she bought like 5 cases of diapers.
Whoa.
I love looking at people coming together for stuff like that. It's awesome.
Oh, I know. It was great. We had a donation today because we're trying to get stuff for our partner, the Eddie House, some newer socks and newer T-shirts, brand new stuff, and underwear that we're trying to get to them. And we had a donor today. It's like, this is for the Eddie House. I just want to make sure to get you guys it. And that's what it's all about, is partnering together with organizations, working together as organizations. So I love to see things like this. I
did see Eddie House put on a post today. They said you can still bring the new clothes and underwear to them directly, but we'll also deliver them. And I do love that. And stay tuned. There's going to be a press release between the two organizations later in July. So I look forward to talking about that.
That's right. It'll be a lot of fun. So the next event we want to highlight. Do you want to highlight it, or do you want me to?
Well, the stand's in the way, and I can't read without my glasses, so I'm going to let you take
So
that
it's Lazy 5 Summer Music Series presents Sierra Rock, which is the local Reno band. They're pretty good. And that will be at Lazy 5 at Park in Sparks, Nevada. That will be June 12th, so that is in 2 days, and that is from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Food trucks and family fun, all sorts of fun things to do. Definitely outside, especially in that evening. You know, it's still warm. You bring a blanket or chair, and you can just chill in the park. It sounds like a lot of fun, honestly.
That actually sounds really nice.
Yeah. Lazy 5. I love Lazy 5 Park. The next event is the Great American Parade with Great American Craft Fair. We will be there on July 4th at Virginia Street, and that is at 11 a.m. There's going to be a lot of fun, and the booths will be up from 11:30 to 5 p.m. Come be a part of it. Come say hi to us. We're going to just be spreading awareness about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet and what we're doing in the community, and we're all about being in the community and for the community.
Also, shout out to Project 150 and Courtney
from Spread the Word Nevada.
Spread the Word Nevada, who's a partner. We have a book box out back. I mean, those ladies walk their talk. They're back there right now sorting clothes.
They are.
I'm dead serious, and I thought about we got to give them a shout out. That's the kind of people
crazy
that it brings together, and it's just incredible.
Yeah,
so thank you.
Courtney's been on the show, and then Liz is coming up.
Awesome
on the show, and so we're scheduling her, and so I know it blew me away too. I was like, "There's a group of volunteers, and guess who the two of the volunteers are?"
Well. Most of the people that get are a part of those nonprofits, they're the most giving people, and they're doing a lot, and that's why we all got to step up and do a little bit, whether here or somewhere else. I'm just saying, as a community, it's important. If you don't think 1 hour a week matters, it actually really matters for different organizations. So just want to encourage you guys, get involved. It's so fulfilling. Find your passion.
Oh yeah. No, it's great. So the last event we want to bring up is our July 11th. Flavors from around the world.
On 7-Eleven, but they are not 7-Eleven desserts. No disrespect, 7-Eleven. It's going to be on July 11th, and they are going to be desserts from around the world. And I'm really hoping they're great desserts. I say this each time because if I walk in there, I would be staring at Dave if that's some really cheap desserts. So I know they won't be. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All homemade stuff, bakeries and other people. I mean, it looks good. If you like desserts,
chocolate-covered ants, right? Some different
we're going to do what?
Chocolate-covered ants from Brazil and some cool stuff.
Oh, my goodness. No. We actually have some very great authentic desserts. One is definitely going to be macaroons from France. And another one is going to be, I'll just say 2 of them because we don't want to spoil all of them.
Yeah, true.
The other one that I'll mention is a Filipino dessert, which is, what is it called? I can't think of the name. No, that's not dessert.
Well, they call it, there's chocolate because it's actually pig's blood in there. Right?
Oh, that's chocolate soup. No, we're not doing that. No,
chocolate soup? Okay.
No, this is a dessert. Those aren't desserts.
I like weird foods like that anyways, to be honest with you. I know people are like, oh.
There's going to be a lot of great Bako. That's what it is.
Okay.
Bako. So I have a friend who's like really Filipino, and I said Bako, and she said Dave, you said it all wrong. That's not how you say it. I'm like, that's the best I got right now, and I'll try my best to say it correctly.
please, guys, really support this event. If you can't, that's totally okay. But this is kind of our breakout event. And thank you, Phil, and National Automobile Museum for President Phil. He's the president of National Automobile Museum. Great guy. But we really are going to have a good time out on the patio by the river. It's beautiful. I mean, it really is a serene time. Have some desserts, have some wine if that's your thing, and it's a family event. Bring the kids. We're going to have some toys, a toy table, some small toys and different things for the kids. And then we're also going to have a silent auction and some incredible swag so you can join the movement and be a part of what we're doing.
Yeah, no, it's all about the community and bringing the community together. And that's really our heart here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And we know it's probably your heart if you're listening or watching this too. So remember to always be the change you wish to see in the world.
I wonder if we could do a quick special broadcast of Community Cares podcast there while everybody's there.
Let's talk about it.
That's a no. Okay.
Oh,
that's okay.
That's what my wife says when I say let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's like when I tell Lily, she'll ask me a question. She knows what it means, but I'll say, let's cross that bridge when we get there.
Of course, these T-shirts right here are going to be on sale.
Awesome.
I've heard a lot of people like, oh, I didn't get in the last fundraiser. I'm like, well, there's a fundraiser coming up.
There is a hoodie. I'm just going to say it is so sick. We're not going to show it.
We're not going to show it.
But that's going to sell it fast.
Oh, yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And we're just thankful for you guys' support. Without your support, none of this happens. So this is really a community effort, what's happening at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
It totally is. Well, I had faith that at some point I get to make this announcement, but it's been such a battle, and it's been just so many people's blood, sweat, and tears. And it's really an emotional announcement because I'm not leaving, by the way. Dave stuck with me. Sorry, guys. 5 people are like, oh, man. No, I'm just kidding. No, but today I'm here on behalf as the vice president of the board for the Circle of Life Hospice Foundation, representing the Circle of Life Guest House. And for those of you who don't know what that is in all the history of Nevada, we've never had a nonprofit, basically a residence or guest house, where those in the life that have nowhere to go, or maybe they can't pay for in-home care 24/7. Facilities sometimes on average are $4,800 to $15,000 a month. And to have 24/7 caregiving in your home, Medicare pays nothing of that, and it can be up to $24,000 a month. Most people cannot afford that. And so I am so excited to announce that as of yesterday, we had our first guest arrive, and we are officially open and operating for the Circle of Life Guest House, which is history for the state of Nevada.
Dude.
And is the first ever of its kind. And I hope many more to come, but I bawled my eyes out all day yesterday. I mean, this individual is an amazing individual. The family was so grateful, but there are so many different situations where they can't take them home, and they're stuck at the hospital, and they just want to die in a home setting, not alone, with the kind of care they deserve. And there really are no options right now if you don't have the money. And so this has been a dream actually for over 20 years in the community. And about a year and a half ago, Michelle Cagle, who's our board president and the CEO of Circle Life Hospice, we said it's time. So we got the right board together, people like Wendy Simmons and the people that have ran the state before for facilities and know what they're doing, and the OGs like Dr. Larry Weiss, who was a director, one of the first directors of the Sanford Center for UNR, Andrea Pelto, our treasurer, Connie McMullen, who owns Senior Spectrum and has been a lobbyist for caregiving. I mean, you name it. We have so many amazing people on this board. Barry Frank, who ran the PICU for Renown or Washoe for like 20 to 30 years. Everybody said it's time. And so we came together, and now we have a house that has 3 beds. And over the next week, we're going to be launching the page on the foundation page at colhospice.com/foundation. There will be a referral tab where you can print the form, fill it out to refer somebody on their behalf, and submit it to the email address, and you'll go on the waiting list. But this is huge. I don't think people really understand what this does for the community. And it's not just those who are at the CARES campus dying, who don't qualify for hospice because it's technically not a residence. This is for, the 94-year-old couple where they can't give each other medications and they can't afford the in-home caregiving, so they're getting separated or just sent to the hospital to die. This is huge, and it's powerful, and we are officially open. So anyways, I'm just so excited, and I just thank you for your support, Dave, and your encouragement. I'm really excited that Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet is partnering with us at the Circle of Life Hospice Foundation. We've had a partnership with Circle of Life and Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. There's a lot of hospice patients who couldn't afford sheets or, even just comfy clothes to be able to pass in with hope and dignity and to be able to be comforted. And some of these people coming into the guest house, they literally have just the hospital gown on their back. And so I just literally a few minutes before the show talked to Robin, who's on our board, and she's going to put together a wish list, and we are excited soon to have the micro closet there, just like all of our other partners.
Oh, yeah.
And why don't you say the saying of why that's so important that you always say?
I always forget the saying. You always tell me. I say it naturally. I say this stuff naturally, dude.
Well, I thought this was a natural
slogan.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding. Let's meet people where they're at.
Right.
Absolutely.
And these individuals most certainly cannot come to Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. A lot of them are bedbound. Some of them are aware or a little bit ambulatory, meaning they can move around a little bit within the house with assistance. But the guest house has 24-hour care. It is a big ordeal, and people have to get involved. Just like Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, we need landscaping. Just whatever your talents are, we can actually use it here. But I'm really excited about the micro closet. So thank you for being willing to do that and make a difference there. It's going to be huge.
So since since you're my guest here today.
Oh, he's going to grill me. He doesn't get this opportunity very often. Usually it's the reverse. No, I'm just kidding.
What's so important about this guest house, sir?
Well, it's kind of like the hope and dignity we offer, right? It's hope.
Yeah.
We can't fix it all. If we had 100 beds right now, they would all be filled. And that's the stark reality in this environment economically.
Yeah.
And people think, well, it's not going to happen to me. We have people who have a mortgage. They own their home, a single female, for example, and she had no family. She paid her mortgage bill, but she could not afford to get into a facility. She couldn't sell her home in time. She broke and fell her hip and died in the hospital. That's the perfect person. We had a couple who couldn't take care of each other, and she ended up passing in a horrific way. And long story short, we couldn't get APS involved. There wasn't enough evidence, but they still couldn't take care of themselves. And so that's just an example. We had a 14-year-old who was dying of cancer probably 6 months ago, and her mom and her were couch surfing. This is so critically important. You think it would never happen to you, but it happens so much more often than not, right? So over 80 to 95% of people want to die in their home. I know I do. Wouldn't you want to die in your home?
Absolutely.
I mean, and some people maybe they don't. There's a few, but only 20% of people in America get to die at home. 20%. I mean, when you think about that, it's because of the level of care and just not being able to have the 24-hour caregiving. Yeah. It's just it happens a lot more than you think. And this guest house is really for people. We're never gonna necessarily kick somebody out for living longer. That's not what I'm going to say, but it's really for that end transition. So like the last 3 weeks, month of life. And even I'll give you a real quick example. We partner with Washoe County, and there's so many seniors that are aging in place with great programs like the Homemaker program, which is awesome. I'm very proud of the work that the county has done. Abby and Kara, they're doing amazing things for the senior services. Yeah. But with that being said, they're aging in place till they become bedbound, and all of a sudden, boom, they can't get placed quick enough with a social worker because there's not enough Medicaid beds, or there's not enough beds, period, that go in their price range. So what happens? There's only one resource to call the hospital, call an ambulance, take them to the hospital, and the hospitals are doing the best they can. So I partner with Sierra Nevada Medical through the Great Basin Chaplain Corps, as well as Northern Nevada Medical Center and Renown. But, they only have so many nurses. And so there's really a difference when you have a caregiver right by your bedside holding your hand if you want, or just meeting your every need 24/7, especially when their expertise are into life care and loving people. And then you have the hospices coming in, you have the volunteers and all these different experts that have come together, doctors and like Barry Frank, our pediatric advisor for the children. I mean, there's just so many people whose expertise are literally loving seniors or those that end of life. And let's be honest, who's more vulnerable than someone that's dying?
Yeah,
I mean, really, think about it.
Right.
If you become unconscious, you have no support.
No.
And, you know, luckily a lot of people do have families, but that's not the case for everybody.
That's true. So what kind of led you to be a part of Circle of Life Hospice Foundation, get on this whole project with the guest house?
Well, as a spiritual care chaplain in hospice in general, and I would see some horrific cases. And there was one man, his name was James, and we actually fell in love with him. You know, these people become like family. And James actually gave us permission to share his story. He signed away rights for a book for us to be able to utilize to help educate people. So I'm not breaking HIPAA by sharing this, but James actually, he spent 20-something years of his life in jail. He had a great upbringing, and someone, according to James, somebody kidnapped his daughter in the mall, actually took her and tortured her, dismembered her. He had to go identify her. He actually found the man through 3 states, and I know this is an intense story, but this is the truth of what he told. And he killed the man, so he spent 20-something years in jail. And long story short, he finally forgave the man, even though he killed him, and he developed a relationship with God and said, you know, God, I don't know that I can forgive him. I'm going to go ahead and try. So with that, all of a sudden he was diagnosed with cancer, and they actually released him from prison, and he felt like it was a second chance to end life well. He came onto our service with really nothing and knowing nobody. He actually bounced off and on service a few times because people do graduate from hospice if they don't qualify, right? There's certain parameters that Medicare and insurances and Medicaid put on there. But long story short, at the end of life, I got an order to go rescue him out of a trap house. He was living in a trap house. People were stealing the stuff and abusing him and stealing his medications. And so it was time to go rescue him. He had nowhere to go, no money. And we felt like family. So Michelle actually took him home, and we all were around him while he died. And he died happy as much as possible, surrounded by a care team that loved him on the couch. We got him some last meals that he liked, and just spent time with him. And we all watched him take his last breath. And Michelle took him home. I mean, and there was no other option, right? There's no other place for him to go other than to ship him off to the hospital. And so that was a pivotal moment for Michelle and I. And it was like, okay, enough's enough. We got to have some kind of other resource for the community. I mean, this affects all ages. This affects many different kind of demographics. When you look at, just because people have made a good retirement, it doesn't mean they can afford some of these facility prices, And if you don't have family, it can be a serious thing. And so
it can be impossible.
Especially when you're doing okay until all of a sudden you're not okay. In other words, you're aging in place, but all of a sudden you have a quick decline with cancer or something, and then it's hard to place someone quickly.
So is that kind of how the idea started then for the guest house? Or
So actually the founder of Circle Life Hospice 25 years ago, her name was Deb Gerard, and she actually was a pioneer with Congress and helped get hospice in the United States. And started a national organization, a hospice agency that I won't name, and then started her own local one here. And that's why we're a 5-star, the only 5-star Medicare rated hospice in all of Nevada out of 103 on the business side. Is because we give that high level of care. It's not about the profit. The bottom line is literally the best patient care. So with that being said, she and our original medical director, Dr. Bob, his wife, Jean, who's still alive, she's a beautiful woman, very giving, and they have tons of scholarships for people here in the community. They're the largest for fire science, for medical school at UNR. They do so much for the community. But Dr. Bob's dream, he saw the need back then 20 years ago as well, and that was always a dream. So it's so cool because Jean's been a big supporter of ours, Jean Miles, and we thank her, and we actually got to give her a tour before we opened. And for her to see that come to fruition after 20 years.
I know. I was like, that's a long time ago
Yeah,
for that
and
idea because like this has been an idea for that long.
And people say, well, why, it came together. Why haven't we done this before? Are you sure there's nothing like this in all Nevada? Well, there's never been really legislation, or it's been a gray area. The truth is, it is so incredibly expensive to operate this.
Oh, sure.
I mean, right now where we're at, it can be up to $30,000 a month to operate this for the first year. Now we have some things in place that are going to make it sustainable long term, and that are going to reduce those costs with different partnerships. But nobody wants to put in that effort and money. There's no money being made. So people that think, oh, they're doing this for no.
There's no money.
There's no money. It is such a big undertaking, and but it's such a need, and our state partners and county partners and just everybody. This is such a nonpartisan issue and everybody issue that I haven't met a person yet that said this is not something that's important.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's crazy to think about like all the people that, I mean, I see hundreds of people a month.
Yeah.
Just being here. Like at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. Yeah. Some of those people may not have the opportunity to be in their final stages of life with hope and dignity. Do you know how many people that come to Good Shepherd are living on the streets that have no other option?
Yeah, or paycheck to paycheck.
Or paycheck to paycheck.
So how are you going to pay? I mean, it costs $40 an hour for in-home care.
It's
crazy.
How do those people afford that?
Yeah,
so they don't. They either pass away in the hospital or, unfortunately, on the street.
Well, and there's a lot of seniors, believe it or not, that actually they start to transition, and they, like I said, they've been aging in place, but they don't set up help. They don't get hospice involved, and so they die alone in their home. And a neighbor finds them a few days later. So this is
That's
a huge
so
need,
sad.
guys. I mean, this really is. I think a lot about a society, about how they treat their weakest, the most in need, and the most vulnerable. And so we can do better. We are now officially doing better, and we're going to continue to do better. We were given the land behind, and we're going to be building out an extension of the guest house, a 15 to 20 bedroom. And so we are really going to be able to meet the need, but it's going to take the whole community coming together and making this a priority, because we want this for generations,
Mm-hmm.
So
who do people contact or talk to get involved with it?
So yeah, you can just email me at cblackburn, BLACKBURN at colhospice.com, or just go to colhospice.com. There's a foundation tab, and you can submit information through there. But I just wanted to say, we can't fix everything, right? And that's why I love this mission at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, is we give them hope and dignity, though, and we give them some moments of joy or some moments of love. And same thing, we can't always fix everybody's lives. Even if they were drug addicts or had behavioral issues or mental health issues they struggle with, they still deserve to die well.
Dude.
And so most of those people don't. And, everybody deserves to, at least we can provide an end of life well, right? We can't fix their whole life or change everything, but those last few weeks we can show them love and help them have some closure to the life and learn about them, because everybody's stories matters. Your story matters.
That's what it is a house full of stories.
Oh,
honestly.
man. I mean, I'll just add this. I got to be careful, but the families, and they're going to be releasing videos for our fundraiser gala in April next year. But when you see these people have been looking for something for months and months and months, and had given up and or crying and just overwhelmed with gratitude, you realize like how important, until you're in that situation, you may never fully understand.
That's crazy. Well, thank you for coming onto the podcast, Chaz, with Chaplain Chaz with Circle of Life Hospice Foundation. I appreciate it. Very good.
The Circle of Life Guest House, which is a social model hospice house. And, we are the first and the only currently to be in existence or ever have in Nevada. And so thank you for those of you who've supported us. Let's get involved. Even if you just want to sit with people who are passing, we do some training and just hold a hand. Even if you want to do yard work or you want to help stock the micro closet that we're going to be building from Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, we need a volunteer for that.
It's you.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many ways to get involved, you guys, but thank you for letting me kind of share this exciting update news. Denise said, so exciting. God is amazing, and all who made this dream come true, congratulations. And Jackie said, totally awesome. And it really is. This is history in the making. We're not done yet.
Is there other guest houses that are like it in the country or
There
no?
are. And that's what's so disappointing, that we're so behind the ball.
Because the idea was there so
Right.
long ago.
But it takes so much money and support.
Sure.
And that's what I'll say is, it's a good point. The right people, the right team of people came on the board to make this happen.
Wow.
Because if it were one less with all the different abilities and skills, it takes all. These are people on our board. They're literally the OGs for the senior population. These are people who were literally in the legislature, lobbying. There were people who ran the health and human services for the state of Nevada. It takes this whole team to really be able to get everything in order. And so, we're grateful to the Omega Network who's helped us accomplish this. And that's the network of all these different concepts nationally. We did get from the highest up the state to sign off on the concept.
Wow. And
so, it is the right time, the right people coming together, but we still need you, as Dave says, to be a part of it. No, but
was that fun for you?
Yeah, it was very fun.
For those that are listening, he pointed at the camera. I do that a lot. If you only listen, you wouldn't know. It's the reality is there's a lot of people that are hurt, and I'm so glad you guys are doing that. This is amazing, and I'm really looking forward to really solidifying that partnership. I mean, that partnership is natural, obviously, because you and I are so close, and we work closely in so many different ways. But to really get that micro closet there and really just help support those that need it. And the key to these micro closets, honestly, is those wish lists that we've developed. And we actually developed that with our partners at Bristlecone. So thank you, Bristlecone. Christine over there, you're awesome.
Eddie House.
And Eddie House has been a great partner in that as well.
And bleep, 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 bleep. I can't say them yet, but many more to come soon.
We have many more to come. So thank you guys for listening. If you guys want to help support Circle of Life, definitely do it. We always encourage every single time we have any other nonprofit or foundation or anything else. We always say support them. Because guess what,
Circle of Life Hospice Foundation, yes.
Yeah, Circle of Life Hospice Foundation is a wonderful foundation. It's really working hard to make a difference in the community with this project. The guest house is an amazing concept. It really is. And if you want to support Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, if that's where you feel led, please do so. Please visit getclothes.org. And a great way to support us as well is just share this event with a friend. Let people know that we're having the desserts from around the world coming up.
What a better
July
way to
11th.
give back. I mean, to go have a bunch of desserts from around the world.
Hey, well, the tickets are not just for the desserts, though. You get a raffle ticket.
That's a
and you
sweet
get
deal.
Two drink tickets. It's like...
It's a sweet deal.
I mean,
it's a sweet deal.
It's sweet. I got
okay.
it. Seriously though, it's not just getting that ticket. Like there's stuff included with it, with each ticket. So if you want to be there, or I guess if you don't, then I guess you're square.
Whoa.
I don't know. Maybe.
Be any shape you want, but come to the 7-Eleven. Not the 7-Eleven literally, but on 7-Eleven, the desserts from around the world.
Dude, a bunch of people are going to show up at 7-Eleven on the street. Like, I thought it was here. No.
We are not sponsored by 7-Eleven.
We are not. So make sure to visit getclothes.org. It's on the front page. You can buy tickets right there. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. We help 700 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one.
I just realized Community Cares Podcast was the first social or media outlet
that you guys shared
to share the news.
Nice.
Whoa.
Look at us. Paving
Awesome.
the road. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you.
Wait, gotta get the hearts. Oh, I love you guys.
We'll see you next week. Thank you guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeehaw!